Hello everybody, today I have this 2008 Freightliner Columbia. I'm going to be replacing the brakes. This specific truck has 4709 brake shoes, so this process will be very similar to all trucks with 4709 brake shoes. Freightliner Kenworth Peterbilt, Volvos, Internationals, and so on. Any truck that has 4709 brakes, the process will be similar, the one I'm going to show you right now. So the first step is to dump the suspension. This will prevent any accidents while I'm doing the job, because when the suspension goes low, the whole truck moves forward, and this can cause a problem once you have removed the tires. After dumping the suspension, the next step is to shock the wheels, the front wheels in this case, because they are the only ones that are going to be in contact with the surface. Now I'm going to press the parking. I'm going to release the brake. Okay, after releasing the brakes, the brake chamber is all the way in. Now I'm going to disadjust the brakes by rotating this part over here. This is the adjuster. In this case, this is a 7/16 socket. It may vary depending on the type of slack adjuster that is installed on your truck. In this case, I'm going to rotate this to the left to release the brakes completely. You want to hear this noise? I want to show you right now. That's the noise then the brakes are getting disadjusted. But before I continue, let me show you this. See this? It doesn't have the pin. The pin is completely missing. And this side, the cotter pin is completely gone. So I'm gonna install a new cotter pin and a new pin over here to prevent any damage to the slack adjusters. Because if a DOT inspection sees this, they're gonna pull you out of service. Okay, the new pin and the new color pin on the other pin is on place. Both sides have the color pin. Check. Now you can check all the other ones to see if there is no problems with the other slack adjuster and brake chamber pins. And the brakes are fully open, as you can see. They're fully open. So now we're gonna do the same with the other brakes, so you can see they're all open. And you have to make sure that the air pressure stays more than 100 psi. If the pressure goes low, start the engine and recharge the air system. The next step is to get the wheels up. I'm gonna be placing two jacks, one on this side, one on the other side in the second axle, because this axle has the load of the frame. In the rear one, I'm gonna be placing only one, because that one doesn't have any pressure on it. All the wheels are up. Now I can rotate them all. Now I'm going to be using the impact gun with a 33mm socket to remove all the nuts that hold the wheels. All the nuts are completely removed. Now I'm going to remove the tires from the hub. I'm gonna repeat the process to all the tires. I'm gonna remove them all. Okay, all the rear wheels are completely removed. I'm them on a side, as you can see, all over the place. Now it's time to remove the drums. In this case, the drums are completely free, they're loose, but in some cases, they're stuck on the hub. So if that is the case on your truck, you will need to use a big hammer like this one to hit the drum in this area right here to release the drum completely from the hub. So in this case, they're completely free. I can move them easily. So I'm gonna remove all the drums right now by putting my hands underneath and pulling it out and then drop it to the floor. All the brake drums are completely removed. Now we can clearly see the brakes. You can see they're really low. They are in a really low condition, this is really bad, so that's the reason why we are going to replace them. So now the next step I'm going to do is to release the rear brakes springs, these two over here. I'm gonna be using a pry bar, a big pry bar like this, to hit it in this area right here to release the spring completely on both sides. Once the two springs are completely removed, I'm gonna remove them from here, and now I'm going to push this brake down like this to remove it from the center, and with the other hand I'm gonna grab the brake in this area. I'm gonna pull it up like this, I'm gonna twist it like this, and then I'm gonna remove the brake, and the brake is completely removed, as you can see. So I'm going to repeat the same process with the other three brakes. I wanna remove them the same way. All the brakes are completely removed. I have the brand new brakes over here. Make sure that you have the right number. In this case we have the 4709, but you can have different numbers like 4707, 4726. In this case we have the correct brakes, so I'm gonna install them on the truck. Before installing the new brakes, always inspect the wheel seal. If you see that the wheel seal is wet, replace it before installing the new brakes, because a bad wheel seal will mess with the new brakes. So the new brake shoe kit comes with the hardware, the springs and other components, and with the true brake shoes. Okay, first I'm gonna take these rollers. I don't know what's the name of them, but they look like rollers. And I'm gonna place this clip on them like this. I'm gonna put one side in here first, and then I wanna pull it to the other side like this, and now it's in. I'm gonna do the same for the other one. Once they're in, I'm gonna place them in here. I'm gonna take this down like this. I'm gonna press it down like this. I'm gonna press it down like this and like this, and I'm gonna take it all the way to this orifice like this. Make sure that both sides are in the orifice. I'm gonna do the same with the other one. Okay, both of the rollers are in place. Now the next step is to get this brake closer and place this spring like this on this pin over here. You can see over there that pin, and I'm gonna place it on the other pin right here. So it should be going both sides the same way. With the spring on position, I'm gonna grab it with the other hand and I'm gonna pull it up, and I'm going to place the top brake on the S-cam right here. You can see the way it is. So I'm gonna place the top brake on position, in the position it's supposed to go, and now I'm gonna push this one down until it gets under the S-cam on this area like this, as you can see. So both brakes are in the correct position. Make sure that they are in the correct position in the rear area too. If they are, now it's time to install the springs like this on both sides. Now I'm gonna be using this T10 Craftsman screwdriver. This is the best tool to install these springs. To push the spring down like this and then put it in like this until it gets in. Once the spring is in, I'm gonna do the same process to the other side, to the other spring. This brake is completely installed. As you can see, the springs are in position. Make sure then you can see the other side of the spring on this area. You can see. If you don't see it, hit it with a hammer or repeat the process again until it gets in this area. So I'm going to repeat the process with all the other three brakes. All the brake shoes are installed. They're all in place. Double check the springs and the position of the brake shoes. Now it's time to install the brake drum. Before installing it, I'm going to check for cracks around the friction area, and you wanna check the groove over here. The drum has the maximum specification, as you can see here. This is the maximum it can have, so you can measure it if you want to see if the drum is still functional for the brakes. In this case, this brake drum is still okay. It got some small overheat cracks, as you can see, but almost every brake drum gonna have this. So I'm gonna be installing the brake drum. I'm gonna place both hands underneath the drum, and I'm gonna get it up to the hub and then to the brakes. The brake drum is on place. Now I'm going to repeat the process with all the drums. All the brake drums are on place. Now it's time to install the wheels. But before installing the wheels, you can check the air pressure of the tires, especially if you are working on your truck. Okay, all the wheels are completely installed. Make sure that all the nuts are completely tight. Double check if it's necessary. Okay, now I'm going to adjust the brakes. I'm going to place the 11mm socket or the 7/16, and I'm gonna turn it to the right to close the brakes. As you can see, they're closing until it stops. Now it's fully stopped. Now I'm gonna turn it to the left until it gets tight, and now I'm gonna do a quarter turn to adjust the brakes. Okay, with the quarter turn, I'm going to check the wheels. You see if they spin freely. As you can see, they move freely. That means that the brakes are not touching the brake drum. So I'm going to repeat the process with all the other 3 brakes. I'm gonna adjust them the same way. Okay, all the brakes are fully adjusted. Double check all the time. Now I'm going to remove the jacks, the bottle jacks from the axles. Now I'm going to apply the brakes. I'm going to remove the wheel chocks too. And I'm going to get the suspension on. So now I'm just gonna double check. I always make sure that all the components of the brakes are on place. The wheels, the nuts, and everything, because these are very important parts of the truck. So pretty much this is all I'm going to show you about the brake replacement. So if you have any questions about this video, please comment below and I will answer them as soon as I can. Please like the video, share, subscribe, and thank you for watching.